Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please email me directly for pricing, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today we're discussing the Moser Cie Endeavour Center Second Funky Blue. 40 millimeters in white gold. The watch measures 10.9 millimeters thick and 47.5 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We're going to throw this watch on my wrist. My wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference, and you can see it wears well and flat, easy to fit underneath the cuff, narrow across the wrist. I can recommend it for a wrist that is as small as 14 centimeters circumference. In fact, I would even say if your wrist is oval, you could probably wear it on a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference, making this a viable unisex option for him or for her. Let's take a quick look at the hardware and the software. Software first, medium rectangular scale alligator leather, black semi-gloss, a little bit of bolstering, a sheer side, a monotone black stitch. You can see underneath it's a Moser factory strap with calfskin on the bottom in brand new condition, and it features an alternately polished and satinated Moser pin buckle with the pin and polish, and the buckle a combination of polish and satin. Rolling around to the case flanks, you can see Moser cases are first machined and then hand finished, and that's how they get these wonderful sculpted hollows in the profiles of their cases. You can't do this with conventional mass-produced stamping. We have a combination of concave mirror-polished surface, mirror-polished lug hoods, and then a vertical satin finish at the mid-case. You can see we have an inverse conical profile Moser branded crown with a sharp knurling for easy grip, and then we have a slight concave profile to the polished bezel. You can see on the underside, HMC 200 automatic winding, and on the dial side, a fume fade as Moser has made famous. Bright at the center, dark at the edge, they call this color funky blue, and it's closely identified with the manufacturer out of Schaffhausen. Moser watches, as they say, are very rare, with only approximately 1,500 being made each year. Now the dial includes a wonderful radial sunburst grain with faceted individual applique indices, and then you can see that the leaf-style hands at center are also faceted for a better contrast on the dial base. Now, you only need to make 60% of your watch in terms of manufacturing, adjustment, and value added in Switzerland to call it Swiss-made. Moser boasts that all of their watches are over 90% Swiss-made, so they will not use the Déclasse Swiss-made label that would be associated with a lower standard of Swiss content. That is why the watch is Swiss-made to an exceptional standard, but it does not say Swiss-made. Now, it also includes a hacking or stop seconds function, so you can set it easily to a reference time, turn it all over. A movement originally designed for Moser sports watches, and thus very tough. Bidirectional winding with a magic lever style pawl-based system. This is the HMC 200 factory manufacture movement. And when I say factory, I mean factories. There is one company within Moser called Precision Engineering. They make the escapement, the hairspring, and the balance, and then Moser fabricates much of the rest. Moser, through Precision Engineering, is one of the few companies in the entire industry that can also make those assortment components like hairsprings, balances, and escapements. So not only are they a manufacturer, they are a highly integrated movement manufacturer. Now this beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour, and for shock resistance, it has a rotor bearing rather than a jeweled staff at center, as well as a full balance bridge anchored on both sides and a free-sprung balance. It also has a 3-day automatic winding power reserve, so it is a relatively long-legged movement, all of this 30 meters water resistant. You can see that we have a 3/4 style bridge structure, so though it is split for easier servicing, it's designed to read like a vintage 19th century Moser 3/4 bridge and a Moser pocket watch. We have 4 different finishing styles on the rotor alone, and then a lovely double-crested Côte de Genève with engine turning on the base plate and polishing on all screw heads. Reach out to tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.